Welcome to the Creative Brew, helping you keep your creative juices brewing. We're giving out chunks of insight, motivation, and practicality for your creative journey. Welcome to a new episode of the Creative Brew, giving you insights on your creative journey. This episode is brought to you by a couple of, actually a few great sponsors of mine. All of them have been great partners to really help this show make it what it is. First one is Panels Comics and Coffee, Panels Comic Book and Coffee Bar here in beautiful Oceanside, California, right off of Mission Drive, actually Mission Avenue. I'm sorry. And like I said, if you're a fan of comic books, graphic novels, pop culture merchandise, hey, Panels is the store for you. So check them out. They got a great assortment of coffee, treats, sandwiches, some of the hottest comics and graphic novels out right now. So yeah, if you're in the area and you want to check it out, hey, mention the Creative Brew and you'll get 10% off of your next purchase. And you can check them out at panelscoffee.com or go to Panels Coffee for more information and check out all the different specials they have going on. So another sponsor of mine is AstroPad. And if you're a digital creator like me, AstroPad actually turns your iPad Pro into a professional graphics tablet. So being able to use Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, all your favorite programs that's on your, perhaps on your laptop or your computer, you can use AstroPad and connect right to your to your iPad Pro, and you've got another graphics tablet. So that's usually when people ask me, hey, how are you doing some of these illustrations? I usually use AstroPad. I use Photoshop, all my programs right on my iPad Pro, and I can do a lot more things I can do right on the screen than I can from a mouse. So yeah, if you want to check them out, they actually got discounts for any kind of teachers, educators, people that might be interested in the creative field. They actually got discounts for students, for educators. So check them out at astropad.com, or you can go to Astropad Co. On Instagram, Facebook, and check them out. So, and another sponsor of mine is Elevate Trading Coffee. Is Elevate Coffee Trading. I didn't want to mess that up. That's based out of Houston, Texas, and they're looking to extract hope out of every drop of coffee that they make. So they have they actually have a subscription-based service, or like I said, if you're in the area, they actually do a lot of pop-up shops in the Houston, Texas area. So they've got a great assortment of coffee, from light roast to dark roast, depending on what kind of coffee you like. And a lot of their proceeds goes back to helping the villages back in Guatemala that actually help produce the coffee. So they have a great mission, great story. Please check them out. You can check them out at elevatecoffeetrading.com, or you can check them out on social media at Elevate Coffee Trading. So been a great partner of mine. And then last of all, Cobo Pod, which is where I'm at right now. They are a boutique audio and video production here in Oceanside, California. If you've ever thought about creating a podcast, ever thought about creating content for your brand, for your business, there's all kinds of avenues to go about it. Everybody has their own specific way. Why not partner up with a studio that's gonna give you 4K video? It's gonna give you high quality audio, lighting. They got a photographer here on staff to where they can do shots of you while you're doing the podcast to help with your branding. All inclusive, all in one. Book a session. Instead of you trying to find all these people, go to Cobo Pod. And like I said, you can set up your podcast, create your content, create your webinar, online courses, anything. Like I said, I've been dabbling in all kinds of things besides podcasting. I've been, recording webinars and wanting to do some other things, and having a partner with like Cobo Pod actually helps me out. And like I said, I just want to create, and Cobo Pod does the rest. So even if you don't know how to edit your podcast, hey, they've got podcast editing services as well now. So check them out today at cobopod.org, and let's book your first session. I've got a lot of podcasters here in the area that they either have an existing podcast or they're looking to get started. hey, swing on by. Let's book your first session today. Let's get started. Today, we are, recording a future episode of the Creative Brew. I think we're getting close to episode 80. I've been trying to batch some episodes, so we're getting close to episode 80, which is amazing. And like I said, I try my best to be consistent and really trying to create value for people that listens to this and people that will be listening to this. That's what my, as far as my aim with this podcast, and really to help creators, help entrepreneurs, thought leaders, athletes, anybody that's looking to try to create their own thing or build their own thing, or they have an ideal that they're trying to launch, or honestly really just needing some things with their mindset. Maybe they're trying to just get their mind right, get their heart right. And hopefully with this podcast, I hope to, perhaps give you some kind of insight that may help you out, or may switch the way that you see certain things right now. So what I wanted to talk about, and I'm using this as the basis. I'm actually using one of my wrestling practices as one of the as the basis for this episode. But also, if you get a chance, and like I said, I don't know how many book readers I have. If you get a chance, check out The Alchemist, and one of my favorite books. A lot of great concepts in that book. What we're talking about, and this is something that I talked to my wrestling class about Wednesday, was that you're the author of your own story. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times in our life, and this happened to me, I'm sure it's happened to a lot of people, is that I think people have always had certain dreams, certain aspirations. I think everybody has that one or two things that they feel like I can do this. And honestly, I think everybody has it. Everybody has that potential greatness, unique greatness that's built for them. Like I said, and there's things that I could do that other people may not necessarily do, but there's certain things that a lot of other people in society on this planet that they can do that's unique to them, that they're just great at, that there's no way I would even have the capability of doing the things that they would do. Everybody has that unique blueprint. They have that greatness. They have that story that's built for them. And with that story, you're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have those trials, those tribulations, and you're gonna have those times where you actually win. What I want to really explain, and this is something that I was explaining to my class after we got done with a practice, is that sometimes we can't allow others, maybe other people that's in your general circle, we can't allow them to change or dictate our story. And we can't allow, if we have a certain thing that we want to do, we've got a certain ideal. If you're really looking to go after your dreams and goals, your circle is going to have to be pretty small. You can't share your dreams and goals with everyone, because not everyone has the same interest, or not everyone's going to share the same passion that you have. Heck, some of them want to see you fail. It is very important to figure out and to really know for yourself that, hey, look, I've got something in me. I've got something great in me. And I will find a way for it to express in some way or fashion. You have to be adamant about that. I'm now, at the same time too, we have to be practical. I'm not saying, just let go of everything and be like, hey, I'm going right after this. Be practical. But at the same time, if you have something in your heart that you can do, you have a certain gift, you have certain skills, you need to be the one to dictate. You need to be the one to write that story about yourself. I think a lot of times we allow people to say, hey, you can't do this, or, you can't do that, or you're not good enough, or, what are you doing being a leader, and you've got all these challenges and vices, and what are you being a trainer, a personal trainer, when your eating habits are horrible? Everybody's got excuses. Everybody's got some way of attacking another person. What you need to know for yourself is to know that you're the author. You know, people are going to say good things about you. People are going to say bad things about you. You have the power to choose what you want to put in your story. I mean, you've got the power to, to say, hey, look, this is what I'm built for. This is, I'm slowly but surely going towards the path that I want to go. There's going to be some resistance. There's going to be people that say, hey, look, I don't like it. You're starting to change. Why are you going this direction? Why are you doing this? Just stay the same. You've got people like that, and it's perfectly natural. And you're gonna have those people, but you're gonna have those people. You're gonna also too have the another set of people that's gonna be like, hey, look, you need to go after this. You have a gift. You have something special in you. You need to get around an environment, get around the people that's going to support that. And that's something that you're going to have to figure out. Anyone that's listening to this and anyone that will listen to this, you have to figure out that, first of all, you're the author of your story. The things that are meant for you, it's already written. It's already done. There's actually, there's a book called The Alchemist. If anyone's watching, there's a book called The Alchemist, a great book. Got it in my own personal library, and I look back to it a lot of times. And there's an Arabic word called maktub, which pretty much the meaning of that means it is written. Pretty much it's permanent. It's written in stone. So your story, the story of your life is already complete. It's already done. All you're doing right now is making intentional steps, slowly but surely connecting the dots to get to the point, to that path, to the path that you want to go. And you may end up hitting a crossroads at times. It's all right. It might be a time where, you may be, honestly, this is actually part of the story where the hero actually goes into the desert for a while. And in that desert, he ends up finding the resources. He ends up finding the people needed in order to get to the next step of his journey. So don't ever feel like, you get to a certain point, even with this year's been a little wild, to say the least. But even right now, it may be a lot of people that may be in transition. They may be in a point to where like, hey, look, I'm gonna be point blank. I'm lost. I don't know where to go right now. It may be people that, perhaps they are in a season right now to where a lot of things are coming to them. Perhaps you're in a season where you finally got that one idea launched, and now you're really trying to push it. You're really trying to stay consistent with it. Everybody's got their own specific seasons. Everybody's on their own specific journeys. Everybody's in their own desert right now. What you have to figure out is while you're in that desert, figure out how to find the resources, figure out how to get resourceful, figure out how to get creative, figure out how to get around the people that's going to help you on the next point of your journey, because that's going to be your story. You never want to go back. You never want to be at the end of your life and feel like, I was comfortable. That's honestly for me, that's not something I want to have on my tombstone, that it was comfortable and that was it. I don't want to be like that. I want to express all my gifts and skills and creativity. I want to be able to give value to others. I want to be able to share inspiration and perhaps wisdom and truths to others, so it can help some kind of facet of their life, and then from there they can share it to others. I want to be able to have a story to feel like, hey, look, I had some rough patches, and I still figured out a way to create a life that I wanted. I want to be able to have a story to where, I was able to do all the things that I want to do, that I was able to, express, that I was able to just be of service, be a good human. And everybody has their own stories. But you're going to have those people that's going to feel like, hey, I see you trying to do things. Let's slow it down real quick. Let's slow it down. Or, you may come out with something new and you may hear crickets. You may have a lot of people support you. And then when it's actually, you're trying to monetize it, or you're trying to create, a lifestyle around it to help support you so you can support others, you don't see a lot of people around. Well, it's right now, it's like I said, it's not meant for them to, to buy into that, to invest in that. Right now, maybe at that specific point in your season or in your journey, in your story, maybe you're the one that right now is, maybe life is testing you out. Maybe life is trying to make sure that you're being true to yourself. If you have a vision and you have an ideal, you have something, a huge dream, life is going to test you. Life is waiting to see how serious you are about that dream. And a lot of times people give up too soon. A lot of times people, they have that potential greatness in them. They have that thing that, like, this is it. And for whatever reason, we give up on it. And there's all kinds of reasons why we do that. It could be people, it could be outside influences, it can be inside influences. Heck, sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. Sometimes we can feel like, hey, I've got this big ideal, but, is it the right timing? Am I even good enough? Should I even be doing this? I've had these same thoughts. So figure that out and really honestly contemplate it. What things are compelling you right now? What things are driving you? What is that one thing, or perhaps a lot of things that's fueling you day in and day out to change, to want to be better, to want to create something that's going to outlast you? That's what I want my story to be. I want to create something that's going to, last for decades upon decades, something that I can give to my kids, to my grandkids, and to future generations. That's what I want to create. So don't allow people to write a story that's not meant for you. Don't let people say, hey, look, don't go after that dream. Don't build that business. Don't, build that new software. You're crazy for doing it. It's already been done. You're going to have those negative influences. You're going to have those people that's looking to write their little part of their story in your book, and it's not meant for them. You are the author of your own story. You have full permission to do the things that you want to do. You have full permission to do it because it's built for you. It's already done. All life is doing right now is testing you to see if you're true to yourself, if you're true to your dreams. That's it. When you figure that out, I guarantee you, I'm telling you, you're going to have some bumps and you're going to have challenges, but I guarantee you, when you figure it out, when you say, hey, look, this all it is a test, and you keep going, I guarantee you, you're going to find the resources, you're going to find the right people that's willing to invest in you, because now life as well as people, they see that you're serious about being the author of your story. When people see it, when life sees it, all the floodgates are going to open. So, and then after that, once you get everything really going, then that's when other people be like, hey, I see you got this podcast, or hey, I see you got this new company. Hey, I see you got this new t-shirt company. People are going to wait until you're fully serious about it, until you're fully committed. So, and at the same time too, don't let people dictate a story, a previous version of you. Sometimes people can talk to you from a previous chapter or a previous version of you, and that version is gone. Some people can say, hey, look, I don't think you can't do this. You can't do this. This is not the person that I know. That person's gone. Right now, you're dealing with a newer version, a new chapter of me. That other version is gone. What I'm seeking to become, what I'm trying to create, what I'm trying to write, what I'm trying to give out, you're gonna have to talk to me from a newer version, a new story. And sometimes it rattles a lot of people. Sometimes it could be friends, it could be family, it can be your loved ones, because they don't understand it. It's not for them to understand right now. So what that thing, that burning desire that you have in your heart, that burning passion, that dream, it's gonna sit there and it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to get serious. and it will keep it. I'm telling you, it'll keep burning. It'll keep chipping away at you until it figures out a way to express itself. Sometimes it can express in a negative manner. Sometimes it can express the way it needs to express. But sooner or later, your dreams, life, it wants to see how serious you are. And if you're serious about it, if you're ready to be the author of your story, like we said, we go back to Maktub. It is written. Tell yourself, hey, it's already done. Your story is already set in stone. What you have to figure out is, how to get to point A to point B. Figure out how to connect the dots to get to that story. Stop letting other people dictate how your ending is going to be. You can't do that anymore. We used to do that. We can't do that anymore. And that's how you become one of those extraordinary people that people talk about. One of those extraordinary individuals is when you become the author of your own story. You see the biographies of all these people. Oprah, The Rock. Just that. Those are just examples. But I mean, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, all these people. They had some amazing stories, and they had some setbacks, some bad setbacks. Their story was already done. And like I said, honestly, they had the perseverance and the grit necessary in order to make whatever dream that was in their heart, they made it true. They made it true to themselves. And honestly, that's all. I think that's all anybody would want. Hopefully that's what you would want. Make that dream true to yourself. It is written. So that's really what I wanted to talk about today. Just becoming intentional about how you want to show up every day. Become intentional about it. Be serious about it. The story is done. What you have to do is figure out how to get to that ending, how to get to that main precipice of what you're trying to express, either through your art, through your entrepreneurship, through anything. Figure it out and be intentional about it. Get around those people that that's telling you, hey, look, this is the direction that you should be going. Now they're not gonna hold your hand and tell you to go this way, but you're gonna have those guides. You're gonna have those people in your life, that positive support system that's gonna tell you, hey, look, this is the direction you need to be going, or this is the direction you should be going. Think about this. Or they may tell you, hey, look, you've got a gift. You need to figure out a way to get it out. Don't get around those people, and everybody has them, that they feel like, okay, you're wanting to do something with your life, and I'm still right here. Why don't you stay down with me? It's comfortable. We're not looking for comfortable right now. Comfortable is a killer right now. There's a lot of people that's comfortable, and not to say that's fine for them. I mean, if that fits where you're at right now, there's no judgment right now. That's perfectly fine. But you get people. There's people that's looking. They're wanting to change. They have something that's in them right now that really wants to show up right now. They've got those ideals. But hey, look, if I can get this ideal out, then it could change my life. It can change my family's life. It can change society. There's a lot of people out there that have those dreams. In some story, it's actually true. You got somebody that could make the next Google or the next Apple or the next big software company or the next app. There's people out there right now, and they could be sitting right next to you. But we get around those people that they're dictating our story. They're dictating your story. They're dictating how you should be feeling right now instead of how I feel right now. You got those people. And what you have to do is, sometimes, they're going to be part of your life. It's part of it, but they don't have to dictate. They don't have to write how your story's going to end. They don't, like I said, they're going to be around you. That's perfectly fine. It's part of it. You're going to have those negative people. It's just part of life. But you get to choose who you want to put their input in your book. You got those people. Either get around a positive circle that's going to help support you, that's going to give you the uplift, give you the mindset, the perspective that you need to really become the greatest version of you. Don't get around the people that or I mean, honestly, you're going to have those people that's going to be like, hey, look, this isn't going to work. Whatever you're trying to create it's dumb. Someone else is already doing it. Why are you even doing it right now? You're not going to make any money off of it. You get those people. Like I said, it's part of it. So what you have to do is figure out, don't invest that energy into what they're saying. Honestly, use it. All it is a test. Make your dreams true to you. That's what you have to tell yourself every day. Are your dreams becoming true to you? And I guarantee you, when you're serious and when you're committed about it, I'm telling you, things are gonna happen for you. And it may not happen. Like I said, we're in the desert, just like the story in The Alchemist. You may be in the desert for another 5 to 6 months, but in that process, you become stronger. You become more resilient. You become more creative. And then when you get out of the desert, now you're able to really fully express who you need to be on this planet. So other than that, hey, thank you for anybody that's watching on Facebook Live. I appreciate it. This will be a future episode on the Creative Brew. And as I said, thank you to Cobo Pod for allowing me to share this story, to be able to produce the Creative Brew consistently. And and that's really it. Going back, before we sign off, you're the author of your story. Let your dreams be true to you. Make them. You have that inner greatness. You've been having that greatness for years, and you've been sitting on it because you allowed other people to dictate who you need to be right now, instead of telling yourself, hey, this is how I want to show up. Instead of dictating how people want you to act or how people need you to be, how do you want to show up right now? If you want to show up, like someone that has a multi-million-dollar empire or a multi-billion-dollar empire, what are the habits? What are the things that they're doing right now to reflect that? How do you need to present yourself? How do you need to speak? How do you need to see yourself? So, like I said, we're constantly changing our story. And doing that, you have to be the author of it. Don't allow other people to sort of dictate how you feel. Don't let other people dictate how you want to show up in the world. You are the author of your story. So other than that, hey, thank you. And once again, be creative, stay inspired. Thank you.